God sends a messenger to a people, He sends him with a miracle that the people are expert in. And He uses that miracle to show them that this is from the Almighty. Like how He sent Yusuf alayhi salam, Joseph, with the miracle of dream interpretation. And he was interpreting dreams that the best of them couldn't. Or how He sent Musa alayhi salam, Moses, with his magic. And his staff, which turned into a snake, ate up the snakes of all the other magicians. Or how He sent Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, with the miracle of healing and medicine. And he was able to heal the blind, cure the lepers, and even bring people back from the dead, to show them that this is from God. In the same way, Allah sent the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, at the time when the Arabic language was at the peak of its eloquence. Allah sent Prophet Muhammad with the miracle of the Quran. In the Quran, Allah challenges anybody who is in doubt of the source of the Quran, that if you don't believe this is from Allah, if you believe this is from a man like you, then produce something like it. Allah then reduced this challenge to 10 surahs. Allah later reduced this challenge to just one surah, produce one chapter like it. And after 1400 years, nobody has been able to produce anything like the Quran. And the smallest chapter in the Quran is just 3 verses. 2 lines really. 10 words. Allah then says after this in the Quran, and if you are unable to do so, and you will never be able to do so, then fear the fire that is prepared for the disbelievers. And this challenge was presented to the Arabs who were the best in the Arabic language. You have someone like Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira, one of the staunchest enemies of Islam at the time of Rasulullah, one of the leaders of the Quraysh, and the self-proclaimed best poet in his time. He heard this Quran and he said, there is not a single man amongst you that is better than me in poetry. But by God, what he recites is not like any of that. Its highest parts, which means the surface meanings, gush forth without end. It dominates and cannot be dominated, and it will certainly crush everything that is beneath it. This is a disbeliever, an enemy of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and he died a kafir. Many others of the best poets in Arabia, when they heard this Quran, they accepted Islam. You have people like Hassan ibn Thabit, Al-Khansa, Kab ibn Zuhair, radiallahu anhum. These are some of the greatest poets at the time of Rasulullah. And when they heard the Quran, they submitted, they accepted Islam. Because they heard the Quran, they heard the eloquence, they heard the balagha, and they accepted that this could not have come from a man. Talk less of a man who couldn't even read or write, a man who didn't even dabble in poetry. This is the miracle of the Quran. And unlike any other miracle of any of the prophets of before, like Moses splitting the sea or Jesus raising the dead, the Quran is the only miracle of the previous prophets that we can confirm today. I could go on and on, as I said, but I want to keep this video cute. Maybe I'll make a longer one for YouTube, but that's it for this one. Assalamu alaikum.